only problem here is the woods. The woods have encroached. Already got in there a little bit to see what I'm dealing with. Not just clipping them down, also pulling out the root systems. Not too bad back here. But it'll take a little time. Mm, 30 minutes worth. Like I said, pulling out all the root systems. And was just going to come back. Case in point, what I kept out over here. This is what's underneath your soil layer. And then pops up. Soil layer, about 4 to 6 inches of root system. But once you get in here, shears off like sod. Making good progress now. You can even see around the neck of the tree. It's about a foot of stuff that I pulled away, and I'll clean that up. You can see it's practically a berm delineating ground level and the root system above it. Below is nothing. Above it just keeps on stripping now. A little out of breath, excuse me. Yeah, a lot of roots coming out. Still finding a lot of these. And then up it pops. You keep cutting it there. This keeps swelling till you can't dig it out. And of course debris. About halfway full. What a day today. There you go. Best example I've ever found at how this works. You got your plant on the left. Stem's probably about this far down in the dirt, and that's that root layer. And it just comes on along, finds another spot, starts rooting, or vice versa, whatever. You have another frond 3 feet away. That guy was growing underground, and this is why you got to get the roots. So you can see on the right, I'm at ground level. On the left are those root systems. Of course, I'll clean this up, but you're getting the idea now. If I had just clipped, I'd be back in literally a week. Look at all that root debris. It pulls up very easy. You just have to dig a pilot hole like I showed. This is a classic example. The original layer at the bottom, and look at about 8 inches. Just disturb the bark. Because those root systems just kind of collar it. And this is kind of cool. Your lowest root system are fern. That's a fern taproot. Then they grow straight up from that. Same idea, crawls through the ground. Once you get below that, there's nothing here, it's just soil. Over here, all your roots. See, that would grow fronds too, but it's at the edge, so that's it. Gotten all the way up over there. And I just started working in this spot. I just got to wrap around that tree. We're at 2 hours. It's a whole lot better. The tree will actually become happier too, believe it or not. You will actually see a response. Because that was like a collar around it of all those roots. That's why. Now I'm working my way. Too bad. It's down here. I just want to show you. Again, you know, you keep clipping it and it keeps coming back because it's got good roots. Now, if you get down like that, that's about 10 down, 12. You can get rid of, you can just clip those 2 roots. the one under, maybe excavate the one to the left a little more and then clip it, and you'll never have that back. And this stuff, as you can see, the root system comes along, shoots up, get under the root system, and it's just sand. See? Very little is going to come back out of this once I'm done. At least the homeowner won't need me. That's the bit. I get rid of the garbage, doesn't come back. Whatever does, they can handle. A little more to go to that arborvitae right down there in the middle. Maybe an hour. It's been 2.5. We'll see. Alright, so if you've done this before and it keeps coming back, now you know where you went wrong. Because you can clip these at the base all you want, but nice root system. This is that other piece I just chopped out. See that tuber root? That would just keep coming back, and you keep clipping it here, this swells, and then you can't dig it out. Yeah, I think I mentioned that. Just a pain, because some people want them out, and then it's like 30 minutes to dig one of those things out. 3 hernias later. Alright, so did a little slash in there. I'll rip those out. It'll be about done. I mean, I got to clean this up and smooth it out and everything, of course, but point is, I got rid of all that mess. Let's see, depending where, anywhere from 6 to as much as 12 to 14 inches, just root system and leaf debris. Underneath, just true soil, which isn't good at all. It's just sand, clay. All right. Those plants are going to be a lot happier. I'll have to clean up the base of them a little bit. Dead limbs because they were encroached upon. They couldn't breathe, no air around them. So everything should be happier. All right. Let me get back to it, finish it up. As you can see, it's a very nice yard. So the fact that the woods were encroaching the way they were, definitely a non-starter. See, I got through that. Yeah. As you come in, it's been cleaned out. I cleaned this and scraped it. I wanted to see what it would look like. I ran out of time today. It was a lot of work. Got that little pile left. You can just see it just keeps coming and coming and coming. Root systems. Now this I've already mostly derooted. And once I sniffed that I was running out of time and energy, I decided to go ahead and clip down the rest just so I could get rid of that debris. So when I come in here tomorrow or the next day, it won't be too hard to just rip this stuff out. Coming around the end, you can see now it's letting out nicely into this landscaping. Rescue you, and yeah, I'd say it came out pretty good. This is the first rough cut down here, as you can see. Let's get back. Gets better and better. First rip out, but it hasn't been raked yet. And then beyond the pile, let's see, it's been raked. So that's it for today. Well, as you can see with these plants, soil layers way up there, down to your root layer, keeps growing across. It says, I'll pop up over here. So you can't just snip these off or yank on them. You got to get everything out. And we've been doing it. Made it through there, around the back corner there, and I just have that little bit to go. Doesn't seem like much. Yeah, it's probably like another carload or two. Just look at how deep. See if you just clip them, those will just regrow. So you gotta rip them out. You gotta get down to the underlayer, which is that. this stuff. You want to rip them all out. You don't want to leave these. Up, onward. Towards the end, just trying to be a bit neater. Oh yeah. Very little of this will come back. I haven't even raked it out yet. You can just see how deep the root system is. That's a foot down here that I've been digging out, ripping out. Got a couple pieces left. I left them just to show you. Just keep ripping and ripping until you get down to that. This, I have to excavate. And then I'm to here. Again, now you see I'm standing behind it opposite us here. You'd be facing me, and I just keep peeling it back a couple inches at a time, drive that spike in, pull it back, and it just keeps peeling off just like sodwood. So that's it. You don't get all this garbage. It's all gonna grow right back. So it's worth it. You can do this every year, or you can do it once, and it'll last 5 to 7 years. Well, we're on the scorched earth, so let's see what it does. Red cup party, not me. It just keeps coming and coming. Every time I think I'm on my almost last load, not quite. But this one will actually do it. The next load I'll do on my own time. These are all root systems. I mean, you can see the winterberry and inkberry and all the other stuff on top, but these are all root systems. And if you ever wondered, ferns are like vines. And this is all the way underneath everything. Lowest vine you can get. This root system just grows, grows, grows. And you can kind of see here and there and over here. This is how your ferns pop up. So you got to get them too, or they keep coming back. Name of the game, scorched earth. We are done. Yeah, it was a bit more of an undertaking than I expected. I mean, I knew what I was up against, just in terms of time. Look at that. I am down to wherever I can, the soil layer, the original. Sure, a couple little things will pop back up. Trees will be a whole lot happier. These were just embedded in the woods. It didn't start that way. As you can see, this is landscaping. It's just that whoever originally did it, once again, scoured maybe 4 inches down, just chopped it off and buried it. But those roots, they'll keep swelling and popping up, and then it's over. Yeah, you can see to the left how much higher it is, although I blended it. And straight away, that was the same as what you have on the left. No more. And certainly no more for at least 5 years. See, I could have cut this all down in about 3 hours. I would have been back again in 3 hours just to cut it all down again. This, I haven't done the math. I think we're at like 9 hours or 10 total. A lot of debris. Mostly root. But hey, I just did about 5 years worth of preemptive work here, so more than worth it, as you can see. Remember right here, the first video I made was the little pilot hole. And the way that I do it is I just find my way in, and once you figure out where the layers are, the rest just goes. It takes time. You can see how high it was on those trees. These trees will be a lot happier. They're being strangled. So, especially the shrubs. All right, that'll do it. Tired. Nice little veggie garden here, if anyone wants any ideas. Especially the outer periphery flowers. Draw your pollinators in. All right. Y'all have a good day.